Use the source.
Okay, in this problem, we're asked to find a conversion factor between square centimeters and square inches. And we need to write it in 3 different forms. Alright, so now before we do that, we need to find some sort of relationship between centimeters and inches here. Alright, so if I'm going to do that, let's see, let's go to our conversion sheet, which these are all tables from your textbook, or they're on a common sheet that I gave you that should look pretty similar to this. And I see it right there. It's this one up here. It says 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Okay, so 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. Okay, now the problem is they asked for square centimeters and inches. So the trick is you take your conversion, which is in just single units here. I'm going to square this side and square that side. Okay, so it's equation. There's an equals. And remember, what you do to one side, you have to do the other. So I squared both sides. Now the square, when you square things in a fraction, it comes into both parts because this is technically kind of like a multiplication here. Alright, so 1 squared centimeters squared equals 2.54 squared centimeters squared. Oh, I made a mistake there. That should be inches, because this is inches. Okay. So now 1 squared, well that's just 1, so 1 inch squared, or 1 square inch, is equal to 2.54 squared. So what's 2.54 squared? So 2.54 squared. So squared, or some of you, if you don't have a square button, 2.54. A lot of you have a caret key. That's what I call it. That's just what my high school teacher called it, so I call it that. And that's the power button. You can also call it that, to the second power, or squared. So 6.5416. So you could write it out to have it that long for accuracy, which I think I will. Otherwise, again, I think you should always go to at least 3 decimal places. But I'm going to go through for all 4 there for accuracy. So 6.5416. So that was 2.54 squared. Here's centimeters squared. Okay, let's just go back, make sure that was right. Nope, I knew it. I do that a lot. It should have meant 4.5. Let's double check one more time. 4.516. Okay, there it is. All right, so there's my conversion factor between these. So write it in 3 different forms. So this means one of 2 things. Since both of these are equal, that means I have the fraction 1 square inch over 6.4516 centimeters squared, or 6.4516 centimeters squared over 1 inch. Okay, so I kind of extended this problem a little bit. But remember, whenever you have a conversion factor, you can write it as a fraction, and you can flip it. Either way is fine. So the inches squared were on top, or they were on the bottom. And it kind of depends on whatever your purpose is at the time.